moving around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling him, I'm like,
You don't watch each other, you know?
Yeah.
they know everybody that got word, right? So they know. They gonna remember like, oh, that was that's what, you know, oh, you wanna know? Blah blah blah. Exactly. You gonna take a couple of them. It might be 3 you run into, all in that shit. You wanna move. The next fight you go to, you might run into 9. You can't keep picking up females because you gotta keep the law. You gotta take care of that woman. I'm like, man, hell no. Then you gonna have to really be being picky. I can't, cause ain't no telling who I'm about to see. I take you mine now. How you consummate that? Smash it. She yours. You know what I'm saying? You smash her, and she yours, man. So we're gonna go ahead and start this off. I'm the brother Shower. Y'all first and foremost want to give all praise and honor and glory to y'all about Shimmy Yahweh Shah. You know, we out here on the highways, you know, we just doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing no different. We just in the elements now. You know, amongst the angels. You know what I'm saying? We are amongst the angels. We can probably go ahead and get into that. Go to what's that? Chronicles, I believe, chapter 16. First Chronicles. Because the Most High, he's ahead of everything, man. Like y'all don't know people don't know the Most High deal with demons. You know what I'm saying? People don't know the Most High deal with devils. And the Most High actually, those are actually sons of God. A demon is actually an angel. And for me to say that, a demon is actually righteous. Why? Because the demon does what it's told to do by the Most High. The demons worship Yahweh Shah. It's the son of the Most High, whose name is Yahweh. Malign spirit. It's basically when I think the Most High was trying to get a high, and basically they take you to 2 Kings. That's what it is. Got it in 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 18. I think that's exactly what it is. So I give it to us. He said I was going to go down and be a lying spirit. Be a lying spirit. Lying. No, like not telling the truth. Lying spirit. Kings 22, 23. Yeah, that's it. Let's get that. Let's start in 2 Kings or 1 Kings? 1 Kings.
and continued 3 years without war between Syria and Israel. And it came to pass in the 3rd year.
Oh, so stop right there. So what people don't know, the Bible is not fairy tale. The Bible actually deals with actual history. It's a history book. It's actually a GPS to navigate through the history that they teach you, through secular history. Keep going.
And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth and Gilead is ours, and we be still.
Okay, so stop right there. Another thing. So this is only out here for the children of Israel. The seeds. It's not a spiritual Israel. The seeds of Jacob. The seed, the stock, the lineage. Those that descend from him, which is you so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, and you so-called Hispanic or Latinos. Whichever one you want to, bywords you want to debase yourself to. That's what we out here for. This is your history. At this time, they just don't teach you this in secular history because you're a cursed people right now. You're on the bottom. You're the tail right now. That's the Most High told your ancient forefathers and passed down to you. But during certain conquests, by the, you have your conquistas, your transatlantic slave trades and such. You fell away. You fell away, and we have proof, documents of all these things that we're saying. We're not just out here to be out here hearing ourselves talk. Now, this is your history, and this is a certain part of history that's just not taught. So during this time of history, actual history, Jehoshaphat was the king. That's Jehoshaphat, right?
Yes, sir.
So you continue.
And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth and Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Syria? That's the question.
Assyria?
Syria.
Yeah, so Syria. Syria is basically where your so-called Arabs still at, who are actually children of Ishmael, which is the firstborn of Abraham. Okay? They're Shemitic people. So this is dealings during that time, right? You keep going. All you need it, man?
I mean, I'll get them later.
We'd be like, probably like 15 minutes.
All right, you're good.
Appreciate it.
And he said unto Jehoshaphat, Wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people.
So during this time, this is when we get to the point how the Most High deal with angels. He controls the elements. Angels are out here, right? That's what we're getting to, right? Which are, you got good angels and you got bad angels. These are actually angels. That's what we're getting this to prove. But right now, just explaining for edification purposes, this is Jehoshaphat going to the king of Israel. It was a split at the time. So you have the king who was the king for the southern kingdom, which is these tribes right here, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin and the tribe of Levi made up the southern kingdom. And the rest of your tribes, besides these three up here, represents the northern kingdom. So Jehoshaphat was over these kingdoms, the southern kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, and the king of Israel is the king of these other tribes, right? And they was on his ass. The king of Syria was on his ass. So he was going to get help from his brother, because we're all brothers, we're one people. So-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Dominicans, so-called Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Argentinians, Chileans, Colombians, Uruguayans, and Mexicans, so-called Mexican, all so-called. They're bywords, man. That's not your ancient, that's not your biblical identity, man. It's 18 nations on the planet Earth, and everybody is a part of one. You don't come from, none of these are found in the Bible. It's not by mistake, coincidence, what you believe in the Bible. So,
And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them,
So that's how you will inquire the Most High, even to this day. The thing which has been is the thing which shall be. The Most High don't change. So if you find out things of the Most High, you go to the prophets. Those are the servants of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He gives the understanding to them. He gives visions to the, they used to be called seers. They would see the visions. They would see the visions. The Most High would give them visions. He would give them the understanding. He would have them go out and say his word. What's to come. Say a thing before it's happened. That's what a prophecy is. So a prophet will bring forth prophecies, a thing that has not yet come but is on its way. That's what he would do. So to get understanding, we understood we had to go to the prophets because the Most High blessed us like that. We had men that he would enlighten out of our own nation, out of these people, all right, and they know what's going on. So we weren't in the dark about anything, and it's still like that to this day. But you rather go to churches and listen to these false pastors, these false prophets. You rather listen to goddamn Joel Osteen, who's not even an Israelite. Your man wants your pockets. Then you got Israelites like T.D. Snakes, T.D. Jakes, you know what I'm saying? Creflo Holla, Chiguala, Creflo Dollar. They won't come out here in these elements and actually talk to you and not want your money. Now have a website where they charge you to hear the word. To hear something you can go buy and then have countless access to. Okay, so he understood that. So to get word of what he needed to know that was about to go on, what was going to be the outcome of this encounter with the Syrians, he acquired through the prophets.
So basically, the king of Israel asked the prophets, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, go up, for the Lord shall deliver it unto the hand of the king.
So they knew what was going to happen, as it says right now, but as we keep reading, it's going to unfold. Watch.
And Jehoshaphat said,
and another thing, the Most High, he don't just deal with one person. He has multiple men he set up, right? That's why he said it says prophets. That's plural. Okay? Keep going.
And Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him?
Because he was establishing a matter by 2 or 3 witnesses. All those prophets that got together, they said the same thing, okay? But for some reason in his spirit, he knew those prophets weren't right, and he like, no, we need to get an actual prophet that's going to tell us what's really going on. Because they didn't really break anything down. They just said, go, it's going to be okay. That ain't how it goes. Prophet going to break everything down to you, and it's vivid, okay? Keep going.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah.
So you got Micaiah. He was the, or however you want to say it, as the brother pronounced it, that's fine. It's, because it's not the Hebrew anyway. So anyway, you got, which is what our names actually derive from. Our name, we're truly Hebrew. We speak Hebrew. That's the language of the heavens. And it's not actually called Hebrew. That's a translation. That's another translation. So the actual languages are Bariat. That's what we speak. We are Bariat people. We're, as they was for understanding, as we understand now, we're Hebraic people. Okay? So, you keep going.
By whom we may inquire of the Lord.
Oh, read that from the top. It's like,
1 Kings 22, verse 8.
not from, yeah.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord.
So this is a known prophet at the time that the king he wanted to go to.
But I hate him, for he does not prophesy good concerning me.
So he didn't like him because he always told the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. Like they say, that you know that saying, you can't handle the truth. So he said he didn't like this guy because he never prophesied nothing good to him.
Concerning me, but evil.
See?
And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither, Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes in the void place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them.
Okay, so there you go. Real quick, another breakdown. Okay, so you can hear the royalty we actually come from, man. We come from royalty. Everybody had positions. Everybody had certain lots. It was certain men allowed to be kings. It was certain men allowed to be prophets, you know, and so forth. Just like you women, your lot is to be at home doing what your man says, okay? And then you got, what did he just say? Let's read that last part again. There's another point I wanted to grab out of that. Or you just read it again.
And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat the king of Judah sat each on his throne, having put on their robes in the void place in the entrance of the gates of Samaria. And all the prophets prophesied before them.
Samaria, that's where you get Good Samaritan from. That was a name that the northern kingdom renamed the land of Israel. As far as the northern part, they had the northern part of the entire land. They had the section that they had sectioned off from separated from the southern kingdom. They renamed the land that was known as the northern kingdom of Israel into Samaria. Okay, that's where you get Samaria, a good Samaritan. It's like mocking you, really.
And Zedekiah the son of Shanan made him horns of iron, and he said, "Thus saith the Lord, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them." And
so there you go. You're giving them the breakdown now.
And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, "Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it in the king's hand."
So they was lying. They was telling him good news and wasn't no good news. They was men pleasers. You keep going.
And the messenger that was going to call Micaiah spake upon him.
First you hear
1 Kings 22:13. Behold, now the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of them, and speak that which is good.
See, he ain't want the truth. How you gonna persuade him to tell you something that you want to know the true answer, but you telling him what to tell you? Our people was bugged out, man. Keep going.
And Micaiah said, "As the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak."
He said, "That's what I'm gonna say. Thus saith the Lord." Keep going.
So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, "Shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear?" And he answered him, "Go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver